Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm back here again for my second installment of my NBA series, the top five. I want to first off by thanking everybody for watching the top five point guards. I got a lot of good discussion out of it. Really appreciate it. And now I'm here with starting my top five shooting guards in the league right now. Starting with number one, by far, by a mile, it's Dwyane Wade. Dwyane Wade's number one on my top five of the shooting guard list. He had a really great season. He shot 50% from the field. 30% from three, averaged about almost 6.5 rebounds and over 6.5 assists per game. Averaged about over a steal and a half, and had over a block, and point total average of 2.5, over 25.5, excuse me, points per game. By far, he's the best. Comes to slashing, you could arguably say he's one of the best defenders in the league. One of the most gifted athletic guys that we have right now in the league. He took his team, if you remember, look at that postseason that he had, the finals that he had, and the conference finals against the Boston Celtics. He looked like the Dwyane Wade that we saw that back in when the Heat won their first ring, where he looked like, wow, Dwyane Wade really looks like the best player in the league. He looked like the best player on the court during those two times against the Boston Celtics. He overmatched, looked like the best player in the court by none, with LeBron James and all those Hall of Famers that they have. LeBron James and Ray Allen and Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett. He by far head and shoulder looked the best player. And also that NBA Finals, he looked like the best player on the Heat at that time. LeBron was struggling during the Finals, but he really looked like the best player. So it's definitely Dwyane Wade by far. I think he has a shot by the end of it. He might be actually probably the second best. If he wins a couple more rings, I think he might actually end up being the second best shooting guard behind Kobe Bryant. I mean, in front of Kobe Bryant, behind probably Jordan at the position to ever play the position. So Dwyane Wade is number one. Then you go to my number two guy, Kobe Bryant. Everybody's saying that, oh, Kobe Bryant's the best player in the league. I don't believe it. I think he's the number two shooting guard. He is by far, he's not better than Dwyane Wade. I think it's Dwyane Wade, and there's a significant drop off. Then you have Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant shot over had 45% from the field, 32% from three, 5.1 rebounds a game, over 5.5 assists, averaged a steal, and had 25.3 points per game. Kobe Bryant, he's probably one of the greatest competitors that you'll ever see in the NBA. Probably second to Jordan competitive-wise, jewelry-wise with Jordan. He's the one person that's close enough to Jordan when it comes to rings in the modern-day era of basketball, with all due respect to Bill Russell. But in the modern day, he's probably the closest that we've seen to Michael Jordan play. But you can tell he's starting to get on the downside. He's not as explosive as he used to be. He doesn't have that lift. You saw it kind of during the playoffs. But you can make the case he's one of the best scorers that we've ever seen play the game. He's going to go down as probably as one of the 50 greatest players to ever play. You could argue maybe top 15, top 10. You could argue that point, but I think he's the second best, and he's probably going to be the guy that a lot of people are going to compare to Michael Jordan, because their careers just look so much alike, and those are the two comparisons that you can make when it comes to the rings and the scoring ability. So Kobe Bryant to me is the second best right now in the league. Third, you have Monta Ellis. Now everybody's thinking Monta Ellis. Yes, Monta Ellis to my far he's actually close to Kobe Bryant right now. He's probably the most explosive scorer that we have in the game, whose names aren't Carmelo Anthony and Kevin Durant. He just finds a way. He's just one of those scorers that he finds a way to put the ball in the hoop no matter what. From deep range, slashing, mid range, he creates his own shot. I really like that about him a lot. This past season, he had a really great season. 45% field goal. He shot 36% from three, 3.5 rebounds. He had 5.6 assists this year, and 2.1 steals per game, and also had scored 24 points a game. Like I say, he's one of the best. He's one of the best. Probably one of the top 5 scorers. I think he's number 3 in my opinion. You could arguably say he's number 3. He's just so explosive with it. He has unlimited range. He's one of those guys. He's one of those guys you like to call a streaky scorer. If his shot is going on early, he can drop 50 on you any night that he wants to. He's kind of in the mold of like a young Kobe. You can say he's kind of like Kobe in that sense of how when Kobe would drop 81, it was one of those nights where you thought, oh, this is a night Kobe's going to score 50. And he's the kind of guy, he can knock down a three-point shot, get to the rim, hit free throws. Mid-range shot is good, and he's just one of those. He's one of the best scorers that I've seen in this past couple of years in sports, in basketball. But I like him a lot. He can challenge, I think, Kobe next year, that he can overtake Kobe as number 2 guy, but right now I have him as number 3. Number 4, I have Joe Johnson. Now, everybody might not agree with this, but I think Joe Johnson's the 4th best. I know he didn't have a great season, and yes, he's being overpaid, like you could say, with that $117 million contract that he got, and you could say that he's not living up to his contract that he's getting. But in my opinion, he's still number 4. He shot 44% from the field this year. Had a career low in three-point shot 29%. He's really a career. He really averages in the career 36% from three-point range. He's one of the deadliest shooters that we have. He averaged 4 rebounds, over 4.5 assists, and had 18 points this year per game. He really had a good, solid playoff. There was a couple of games where you looked like he was gonna take over games, and you could say he's the main reason why that Atlanta Hawks won 2 games against Chicago Bulls, because he dropped a couple of 30-point games, I believe, and he just has a really nice stroke from the outside. Probably one of the most deadliest three-point shooters that we have. Top 5 three-point shooter, I think, right now in the game. He's one of those guys, like I said, he's one of those guys who, if his shot is on, he's going for 50. Just because of the shot, he has unlimited range. He can hit from the parking lot. Whenever he's inside of a gym, he can hit from it. That's just how great of a three-point shooter that he is. But I really like what he brings to the game. When he was with Phoenix, he was one of the greatest shooters, and I think if he would have stayed in that system, if he stayed in that kind of a system where his numbers would be actually more inflated, I would think, and he might be a guy you could see average 24 points a game, just for the fact he's going to get a lot of three-point shots. But I think he's number 4 in my opinion. I think to really expect for him to make a step this year, he might score 20 points a game, 21, 22, around that area this year. But he's a guy to watch out for next year coming up as well. And my number 5 is Ray Allen, the king of the three-point shot. Averaged 49% from the field this year, 44% from 3. Under 3.5 rebounds a game, 2.7 assists per game, and 16.5 points that he averaged last year. He almost averages 40% from the 3-point range at 39.9. He's a 20-point scorer throughout his career. He's like I said, he's the best 3-point shooter that the league has ever seen, in my opinion. Other than Reggie Miller, he's the guy that he can go off. And when his shot is on, he's pretty much unstoppable. He could shoot from anywhere. You could put 2 guys in his face. If he's hitting from outside, there's nothing you could do. The first round of playoffs was probably the best shooting I've ever seen from me being a Knicks fan. He shot, I think, 64% from 3, which is unheard of. He's got a great stroke where you can send him to the line. He's basically automatic. And just throughout his career, he's always had that silky, smooth stroke. And he's actually a really great athlete for his age. He can still dunk the ball. He can still drive if he wants to. But he's just one of those guys who just constantly just runs around the court and just waiting for that 3-point shot. And he has one of the fastest releases and one of the most silky smooth in the game. So there goes my top 5. I have Dwayne Wade, Kobe Bryant, Monta Ellis, Joe Johnson, and Ray Allen. Honorable mentions go out to Kevin Martin, probably the most underrated scorer in this game. He was around my 5 and 6 area, and also Manu Ginobili as well. One of those guys. So those 2 are my honorable mentions that I want to put up there, who I really think don't get enough credit for what they do. Ginobili, what he does with the Spurs, and Kevin Martin. But the next couple guys who I think that are going to make big impacts in the league as stars is Eric Gordon of the Clippers, Tyreke Evans for the Sacramento Kings. Expect for him to have a big year. Evan Turner for the 76ers, and James Harden for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Those are the 4 guys who I think who are going to be the next wave of shooting guards in this league when Joe Johnson and Ray Allen and Kobe Bryant retire. Expect for those 4 guys to make big noise later on in their career, like I say 3, 4, 5 years down the road. But this is my top 5. Thank for everybody for watching. Let me know who your top 5 are. Do you agree with this list? Do you disagree? Do you want to put somebody in here who's not? Subscribe to the top of the page, leave your comments, and I'm really hoping forward to this discussion. And you will hear about my top 5 shooting small forwards next. Talk to you guys later. Thanks.